Got to give the people. Give the people what they want. Bass. Back. We got some varied algebra practice type problems. Literally just going to do these 3 problems. You're going to do the 3 problems and then check to see if you're right. We got to clean up some of this algebra stuff. And if you're in my class, we talked about this a lot. And if you're in Mr. Tillis' class, you may have talked about it. Either way, I saw those tests and we got to clean it up. That would have been raw if I would have had it though. Miriam's in the house. All right, so this first one, here's what I want you to do. Take this bad boy right here. Sorry. F of x equals, and that's a -8, just so you know. Simplify it. Simplify that for me right now. Pause the video, do it before I do it so you can check to see if you got it right. Cool, I'm guessing you just paused the video and did that, so here we go. If I'm to simplify it, let's see if what you did was right. Remember, I'm gonna follow Gemma. So I'm gonna say grouping, I see grouping, there's nothing to do inside of there. Exponents, I see exponents, okay. So off to the side, this is 2x minus 7 times 2x plus 7 times 2x plus 7. 4x squared, 14x, 14x squared, and 49. So now, I see that this whole thing, let me borrow that eraser, please. I see that this whole thing became 4x squared plus 28x plus 49. So this became 4x squared plus 28x plus 49. This is a minus, this is a 4x squared, this is a plus, this is a -8. Cool. And I don't need this, I kind of do need that parentheses still. Because that parentheses is important because I have this subtraction. So this is a -1. And if I go to multiplying, this -1 actually gets distributed through here. So now I have -8 plus 4x squared minus 4x squared minus 28x minus 49. Okay? Now I have this whole big piece. And now I got to start doing some algebra stuff, some combining of like terms. So I see a regular number 8 and a regular number -49. What is 49 and -8? What's that? -57? Yep. Yes. So I have -57 when I put those 2 together. That's done. I see these x squareds. I see 4x squared and -4x squared. Well, those cancel each other out, so that's gone. And I have a -28x. So this would be f of x now equals -28x minus 57. Boom, bow, surprise. Did you get it? Did you get it, Miriam? Awesome. That's amazing. Next thing. Write down f of x, which is 8x cubed minus 6x squared plus 15. Write down g of x, which is -11x squared minus 19x cubed plus 14x minus 5. And write down h of x, which is -5x squared minus 4x. Get those written down. Next, I want you to show me f of x minus g of x. Okay, so we are going to subtract those 2 polynomials with a happy face. All right, so I'm going to take f of x. And when I do these, here's what I do. I look at f of x and g of x. I'm looking at their exponents. The highest exponents I see is 3. So I literally just start setting up these columns because it's basically about combining like terms. I have my x cubed terms, my x squared terms, I have my x terms, and I have my regular numbers. Okay? And I said this was subtraction, didn't I? So I'm saying 8x cubed minus 6x squared plus 15. And when I do the subtraction, I'm basically going minus, in parentheses, negative 11, you gotta move now. Minus, you really gotta move now. Negative 11, all the way. X squared minus 19x cubed plus 14x minus 5. Right? That's the problem that you get. This is like doing that whole distributing that negative 1. So ultimately, this becomes positive, this becomes positive, this becomes negative, and this becomes positive. So now that I have this piece, I can set them all up in their proper row and see what happens. 8x cubed goes into x cubed. Negative 6x squared goes with my x squared. 15 goes with my regular number. And now since I did this, when I distributed the negative 1, I basically turned this into an addition problem. That's the whole point. We want to ultimately always make this addition problems. Okay? So now since I distributed that minus, that this became plus, I have what? 11x squared, which would go here. I have 19x cubes, which will go here. I have negative 14 x's, which can go here. And I have positive 5, which can go here. 15 plus 5 is 20. This is negative 14x. What is this? Negative 6 and 11 is 5. We have 5x squareds. 18 and 9 is 27x cubes. This would 27x cubed plus 5x squared minus 14x plus 20 would be my final answer. If you're doing addition, you don't even need to take this step because you don't have to change anything. What subtraction does is basically make you change the sign of everything in that second polynomial. Okay? So there's 2. Hopefully you got that one down. Last thing. Now we're going to do f of x times h of x. So we have f of x that has one, actually you do it. Yeah, cool, you paused and you did it. Now we have f of x that has 1, 2, 3 terms, right? So if I'm going to multiply this, remember, when you're multiplying, it's like the area model. So I have something that's going to go 1, 2, 3 terms. So actually I can put these in. So we have 8x cubed minus 6x squared plus 15. And I'm multiplying it times h of x, which only has 2 terms. So I need something that's going 1, 2 terms. So I have negative 5x squared minus 4x. Probably what you did. Now we start multiplying. What? 5 times 8, negative 40x to the 5th. 30x to the 4th. Ooh, 15 times 5 is what? 75. So that's negative 75x squared. 8 times 4 is a negative 32. X to the 1st, x to the 4th. This is 24. 1x and 2x is x to the 3rd. 4 times 15. 2 times 15 is 30, so that's negative 60x. There's my whole grid. And now I look for like terms. See, 1/5, 2/4, 1/3, a second, and a first. So it's not too much to put together. So this ultimately becomes negative 40x to the 5th. Used it. 30 minus 32x to the 4th is negative 2x to the 4th. This is my only x to the 3rd, so this is plus 24x to the 3rd. That's gone, that's gone, that's gone. X squared minus 75x squared minus 60x. I wonder if this can be seen. Yeah, it can. Right in there. I did it. This long deal right here would be your final answer. That's what we got. Algebra stuff. Y'all are algebra 2. If any of these things create questions for you, please talk to myself. Please talk to Mr. Tillis. Please just get some extra work, help so we can clean it up and have you all ready to go. Peace. Miriam, do you have anything to say?
Bye.
Bye. Bye.